What's up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, back at you with the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, we're taking a look at another fan submission for a 60-card Adamancipator toolbox deck, which is all about doing what Adamancipators do, summoning out the tuners, excavating our cards, digging up things, digging up more rocks, getting a rocks on the board, and making a nice going first, or on occasion going second sort of build, and we're going to go into EDOPro today and show this deck off and show you how it works. We got our shout out today for Mr. Deverick Phillips, who has donated another 60-card beast to the channel. And so real quick, we're going to go over the cards that are in this deck, and then we're going to get right into the duels. So for our main deck today, we have 3 copies of Parallel Exceed, 3 copies of Koa'ki Guardian, 2 Koa'ki Wall, 2 Tackle Crusaders, 3 Prank Kid Roxys, 3 Adamancipator Analyzer, 3 copies of Koa'ki Supplier, 2 Fossil Dynapack Cephalo, 3 copies of Adamancipator Crystal Dragite, 1 Sentry Soldier Stone, 1 Neospatian Grand Mole. We have 3 Adamancipator Sheikah, 2 copies of Prank Kids Dropsies, 3 Doki Doki, 3 Adamancipator Researcher. We have 1 Raigeki that could go to 3. We have 3 Pot of Desires that's going to 1. We have 3 Toys of the Brethren. We have 3 Double Summon, 3 Dark Rulers No More, 3 Pot of Avarice, 3 Adamancipator Signs, 1 Monster Born, and 3 Impermanence. As for the extra deck, we have 1 Salamangrate Ala Mirage, 1 Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Prank Kids Bow Bark, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Aframax, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Gallant Granite, 1 Herald of the Arclight, 1 Naturia Beast, 1 Adamancipator Risen Reptite, 1 Adamancipator Risen Leonite, 1 Naturia Barkion, 1 Adamancipator Risen Dragite, and a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. As for the side deck, we have things like, if you want some Monster Effect Negate on your opponent's turn that is not your Imperm, then things like Gamma can be useful. Nibiru is really good for clearing out a board. He is also a rock, so has the synergy there with all of our rock-based things. We have hand traps, things like Ghost Mortar, Moonlight Chill, to target your opponent's monsters, and if they use them for anything, they're going to take some damage. You also have things like Ghost Ogre for popping cards if your opponent activates them. And of course, the spell trap removal, considering that skill drain is coming to 3. You'll probably need some of that. Things like Harpies Feather Duster, Mystic Space Typhoon, Twin Twisters. You can go for Lightning Storm as well, stuff like that. And Book of Moon is here if you feel like you need some interruption of your opponent's things that's non-destruction related. So that's today's deck. Let's go into EDOPro now, show it off, show you how it works, and have ourselves a good old time. Alright, here are our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We're going to try to go first. You can also go second with this deck. It really just depends on the hand you get opening up with. Alrighty. Not great, but it has potential. So, I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Prank Kids Roxys. We're going to normal summon Roxys, and we're going to go immediately into Meow Meow Moo. We're just trying to get Roxys in the grave, because when this guy gets to the grave, I can banish a card from my hand and draw a new card and summon a Prank Kid from the deck. So we're going to go for Meow Meow Moo. It's exclusively in here in order to trigger our Prank Kid monsters. So we're going to go for Roxys, as I say. And we're just trying to dig through our deck right now. We're trying to just, get things rolling. So we'll go ahead and special summon a Dropsies from the deck. This will give me some more life points. And as you can see, we do have some special sleeves today, We're playing the Great Adamancipator. So we've got the Great Emancipator decked out in Minecraft gear. That's you get the joke, you get the joke. It's some Abe Lincoln sleeves. It's something different. Alright. So if I make Dropsies, that's something. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do here, make Bow Wow Bark. Dropsies will go off, I'll get a nice life point boost. And I'll get myself another Prank Kid monster. There you go, and we're going to go for our Roxys this time. Because now what we're going to have to do here, because I have Adamancipator Signs, I'm going to revive the Roxy in my grave, so I can make Gallant Granite. Like I said, with this deck, you just got to keep going for it. It's kind of like playing Flower Guardians in a way, Adamancipators, where you're just trying to do as much as you can in one turn. You never want to stop summoning things if you can help it. My opponent has something. Don't know what something he has, but we'll find out. So we're going to play Adamancipator Sign. This is Monster Born for Rocks. It's any rock monster, but if you have an Adamancipator, it's even better, because you can set an Adamancipator on top of your deck. Well, it's any level 4 lower rock, but most of the time it's like Adamancipator, Dragite, or what have you. So we're going to go for the Gallant Granite. This is going to allow us to get ourselves our tuner. Provided my opponent doesn't have something to stop me. He has something. Effect Veiler. I should have known. Alright, well, that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we're just going to have to end our turn. I do have Bow Wow Bark still. I can tribute him to target 2 different prank kids in my grave and add them back to my hand. It's a cool card, but it ain't going to do me much good at the moment. Although, thanks to Meow Meow, I can actually use this effect without the tribute. That's the nice thing about Meow Meow Moo in this deck, is that I can just use Bow Wow Bark without having to tribute him. Keep my monster on the board. My opponent, playing Harpie Ladies. Harpie Ladies. Unfortunately for him, I had an Imperm to stop his Chandler. No Chandler for you, sir. No Perfumer, no nothing. And now this thing doesn't count as a Harpie Lady no more. Therefore, he can't use Elegant Egotist on it. And that's a good thing. I don't want him to be able to do that. That would be a bad thing. I mean, I can bring back Meow Meow. Well, I'd have to tribute my monster. So I can't really use Bow Wow Bark at the moment. I don't have enough prank kids in the grave with different names. I will as soon as Gallant Granite goes off. But as it stands, my opponent, I think I've broken his spirit. I think I might have broken his... I think I hurt his feelings, to be honest. I think the Imperm really hurt his feelings. He was hoping to go off, make that Synchro that Harpies have that don't need a tuner. It's a pretty nasty monster. But, yeah, the fact that I stopped Chandler really messes up the Harpie playstyle. Especially the fact that he's not a Harpie no more. That's just crippling to Harpies. Although, to be fair, you know, Harpies, that's one of those archetypes. You'd think they'd be a lot better than they are. They've got some pretty amazing cards in Harpie. Not only do they Wing Beast, and they can abuse some Morgue, they can abuse Barrier Statue, they've got VFD in hand in form of Featherstorm, and they can swarm fairly well. It's pretty nutty that they're not that much better. And they also have like built-in spell trap removal with the field spell. So they're ready for the next format, really. They really are. So it's always been just weird to me that they're not better than they are. But I think this guy, I think I might have broken him. So I'm going to wait and see if he comes back. And if he don't, we'll call it a win because technically I've done things. And next turn I'm going to go off and, you know, get out my synchros and start doing things. But hopefully this guy comes back. And if he don't, we'll do a bonus duel today. Just so stay tight, everybody. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so my opponent has lost connection. He rage quit, effectively. My opponent has raged. Unfortunate indeed. Or maybe he actually lost connection. Either way, I'm going to call this a win because I did things. Next turn, Gallant Granite was going to get me my tuner. And we were just going to go build from there. So let's go for duel number 2. Hopefully find somebody who will actually, either keep their connection or what have you. And we'll be able to do what we want to do. So, duel number 2, incoming. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go do it again. And we'll get to go first this time as we like to do. Opening hand. A little rough, but we actually have a good, decent start-em-up play here with Parallel Exceed and our Crystal Dragite. We're going to summon out Dragite, and we're going to make Salamangreat Almirage. That's going to allow Parallel Exceed to special summon himself, and I can also summon out my supplier. So what I'm going to do is use Parallel Exceed. Bring out... I can summon out supplier. Like, basically how this guy works... If a rock leaves the board, you can summon it from the hand. If you get special summoned, you add a Koa'ki meiru monster. It's good for just getting a monster on the board anyway. So we're going to make Gallant Granite, as we were trying to do before. Hopefully we don't get the negate this time. So we're going to detach our Parallel Exceed. And we are going to add our Researcher. You want Researcher here. You can special summon this lady if you just have a rock monster. All the tuners... That's special summoning abilities. Researcher's the best one. Because you can just summon herself if you have a rock. So now we'll do as Adamancipators do. We are going to go ahead and excavate. Come on, any rock. Okay, there's a rock monster. That's good enough. Not the best rock monster, but it's a rock monster, and that's good enough for us. Then we put the rest of the cards on the bottom, and we're going to make a Graptite. Or like so. So we'll go for Raptite, and now we'll summon out our supplier. This gives us an extra body on the board, gets me a search, gets things out of the deck that I don't need in the deck. Is all good. So we're going to go ahead and move this down here. Let's get Wall, since we already have Guardian. That'll work just fine. So now we're going to go for Raptite. Gonna excavate some more. Come on, give me a tuner. I would love a tuner right now. Okay, no tuner. Let's see, if I summon out Roxy's, make Meow Meow... Well, I can't make Meow Meow Moo. Okay, I put that in the wrong zone for Meow Meow Mooing. Okay, we'll just go for Wall. We'll summon out the Wall. Unfortunately, we did not draw into a tuner monster. I'm one card short here. Attach material, put on activate cards effects this turn. There's so many options here. I have the Pot of Avarice, but I really don't want to waste that. So we're just going to go ahead. We don't have the best starting here, but we have some stuff. And if this guy relies on the graveyard, well, he's just going to be in trouble. Because what I can do is Abyss Dweller, detach material. My opponent can't use card effects in the graveyard. So if he needs things in the graveyard, if he has Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and he summons it and pops a guy, and then he can't use Phoenix Enforcer. Card of the Black Feather. Cannot special summon the turn you activate. Okay, Blackwings that don't want a special summon. That sounds weird. That sounds very strange. Alrighty. Well, he got sure the the blue flame. I was about to say the black flame. Blue flame! Bigger. Okay, so now he's got all this. Let me think. Do I have a wind in the graveyard? Oh yeah, Parallel Exceed, yeah. Basically, Raptite can banish one of my opponent's cards because I have a wind in the graveyard, but I don't really need to worry about that right now. So he's got Sure the Blue Flame. He's going to crash over my Abyss Dweller. He doesn't want me to be messing with his graveyard. Alright. Is what it is. I can live with this. This is not the bad thing. It's not too shabby. I'm more worried about the back row than anything. So what I think I need to do... Okay, I need Barkion. Because these are like traps and things. Ties of the Brethren really good for going first, but I don't need that right now. So we'll go for Gallant Granite. We're going to assure that we get ourselves a tuner by getting ourselves... I'm just going to get Seeker. You know, funny thing, well, for me, Adamancipator, they always remind me of Harry Potter. You guys see it? Like, this is clearly Harry. Because he's the Seeker. He's Harry Potter. And then Researcher is clearly Hermione. And the Analyzer, I guess he's supposed to be Ron, even though he doesn't look anything like Ron does. But that's just me. That's what I think. That's my opinion. Let's go for Raptite. Come on, baby. Give me a tuner. A tuner would be nice. Alright, we'll get ourselves a tuner. Oh, I could get Dragite and draw a card. Or I can get more stuff. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for Analyzer here. We'll go for that boy. Put all those back on the bottom of the deck. So, what we're going to do here is use Seeker's effect. Special summon him. Because I have an Adamancipator monster. We'll excavate using Seeker. We just need a level 4 on the board. That would be the thing we want. Ooh, that's a hard one. See, I could go for Doki Doki. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But it wouldn't help me either. Actually, no. Actually, Doki Doki be fine. Because if all else fails... Yeah, this will still work. This will still work. Okay, so here's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to go ahead and make our... Ooh, I could make Dragite too. But I don't have a water in the... Oh, I do have a water in the grave, actually. Okay. See, there's just so many things this deck can do. The extra deck's not, like, super powerful, but we have a very nice toolbox here. So we're going to go ahead and make Rise Dragon. He has Spell Trap Negation since we have a water in the graveyard. And let's see. Yep, I can just make Barkion now, but let's go ahead and activate Analyzer first, just in case. Come on, baby. Ooh, Pachycephalo. Oh, normally I would go for the Pachycephalo, but I kind of need to special summon things, because I kind of want to make that Barkion. It's kind of something I want to do, if y'all know what I mean. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do here is make Mr. Barkion. Good old Naturia Synchro. You don't see him as often, but if he plays a trap, I can banish cards from the grave in order to negate that trap. And I also have Pot of... I'm going to save the pot for now. Let's go for Koa'ki Mirror Guardian for monster effect negation. And go for Dragite. Now I can excavate 5 cards. If I get any rocks, which I shall get at least 1 rock, I can bounce my opponent's stuff. So I'm just going to bounce Shura, because I already have Spell Trap Negate, so I don't really need to worry about everything else. I'm pretty set in that regard. So let's go ahead for the battle, and my opponent surrenders. The power of Barkion is just too much, folks. He saw Barkion, non-once per turn negation of trap cards, and was like, I can't deal with that thing. It's so powerful. So that's what this deck is trying to do. Swarm out with the tuners, get a whole bunch of things on the board to deal with whatever situation we've got, and just run up people over. So there's Duel Number Two. We had to show off a lot of the things we can do. There's other things I could have done. Crystal Wing. That's our boss monster. I could have made Avermax, although this situation's not good for him, but we had so many things. So let's go for Duel Number 3. Do some more things. There's still other things this deck can do, and we're hoping to show off as much as we can. Alright, yeah, third opponent. Let's keep on going and doing what we're doing. Alright, come on, baby. Let's pick. Okay, let our opponent pick first. That's fine. We'll go second. That's okay. I do have my going second option here. Good old Impermanence. We're playing up against Cyber Dragon. Let me think about that. You know what? We'll allow the Cyber Soldier. Because, yeah, he gets the other Cyber Soldier. He'll get out Infinity. But I can bait out Infinity with Imperm. And then be able to do my combos from there. So we'll see. It's a tricky thing going up against Cyber Dragons. You know? Normally they're going second OTK bunch. When they're going first, they go for good old-fashioned Cyber Dragon Infinity. Which could be pretty bad, depending on how he goes about it. Okay, he's not going to summon a Cyber Dragon. He just wants dang old diddly Infinity. Alright. Here's what it is. He did. That's all he did. That was it. That was the whole point of his turn. Alright. Impermanence. It's ironic. This is showing off Infinity against Infinity. To Infinity and beyond? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, so he's going to go for Infinity. But that's what we wanted him to do. So we're going to go for Doki Doki. Good old Doki Doki. So we're going to discard ourselves a rock monster. Level 4. And that will get me my tuner. Where is Tuner? There he is. There's Ronald. Also, never put the monster in defense mode unless you need defense. Because if you pick defense, it goes to defense face down. You don't want that to happen. Come on, baby. Give me something I can use. Okay. I am excessively tempted to do that. I am very tempted to do that. I mean, that would get rid of Infinity. It would do that. Or I can just go for, like, you know, other things. Tricky. I'm gonna go for a Guardian here. You know, my Mole's pretty good too. I could have just but then again, he'd get to keep the Infinity. I don't really want him to do that if I can help it. Alright, so the question for me now is, do I just run him over? Or do I not? This is a very tricky thing, because there's certain situations with this deck where you either go all in or you don't. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just go for it. I don't want to risk him not losing Infinity Dragon, because that would be a bad thing. So we're just going to go for the battle phase. We'll run over the Infinity Dragon. He can't do much about that unless he's playing honest. And we'll just kind of go from there. we'll go from there. And obviously I could have gone for more, but I'm a little gun-shy around the Cyber Dragons, because if he had kept that Infinity Dragon, things would not have turned out very well. At all. Alright, so we'll go ahead and end our turn. Alright, it's touch and go here, folks. Touch and go. He can't hit me with Mega Fleet, thankfully. But I don't have a Spell Trap removal. I don't have a Spell Trap negate, I should say. So, Overload Fusion. Going for something huge. Over Dragon? Alright, 4,000 beater. Attack opponent's monsters up to the number of monsters used as fusion material. Tricky, I see. Alright. I will take a smidge of damage. It's only a smidge of damage. It could be a lot worse. It's only most of my life points. I still have more than... I got a little less than half of them, but that's more than enough. That's more than... Okay, we got Dark Ruler no more. Thinking. That's a tricky one. Let's go for Pot of Avarice. So we're going to go ahead and get back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters. Get back all our monsters, draw some more. Alrighty, Doki Doki, he back, baby. Alright, Doki Doki, do the thing you did before. And summon out Ronald Weasley. There we go. Alright, come on, baby. I need to draw into things. Kind of need to go for Analyzer again and just hope that I get the things I want. Let's see. So if I go for Prank Kid Roxy... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Summon out Roxy. That's step 1. Step numero dos, we're going to go ahead and make... Where is it? Meow Meow Moo. So, Prank Kid Roxy, when he hits the graveyard... will activate. I'll also go ahead and use Supplier just to get another body on the board. Why not? No real reason not to do this. So we're going to banish the Dragite in the hand, draw another card, and summon out a Droplet. And our Supplier will go off. I get another Koa'ki meiru. I'll go ahead and get Guardian. Why not? Why not? I can't summon the darn thing, but it's got it. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is... Let's see, I need the water in the grave. So we're going to go ahead and make Bow Wow bark. And then we use Dropsy's effect. I get to gain 1,000 and summon out a Roxy. Ha-cha. So now that we've done all of these things, I can make Raptite once again. Ha-cha. And I'll go ahead and attempt to bounce this. And we will bounce it. Okay. Thank you, Pachycephalo. See, I've got Pachycephalo. He's good for when I go for Elijah the Brethren. If I happen to go first and I don't have a tuner, it's very useful. But in this case, he's just helping me bounce things. So, can I make anything else? I could make Almirage. I'll do Almirage after battle phase. I want to do some damage. I want to have Doki Doki taste some blood. Actually, is that gonna... No, that is like a shy away from game right there. That's a shy away from game. Look at that. He's got 100 life points left. Don't think he can't come back from that, because this is Cyber Dragons. They can do it. So we're going to go ahead and make Almirage, just in case I need it. During my opponent's turn, I can use Bow Wow Bark to get 2 of my Prank Kids back. Which I'll do mostly just to, not have to deal with Mega Fleet Dragon. I don't want to have to run into that dude. So, I'm going to go ahead and get back a couple of Prank Kids. And I could have used the Meow Meow to not tribute Bow Wow, but I'm trying to tribute Bow Wow. I don't actually want to have Bow Wow on the field in case he does, Cyber Dragon into Mega Fleet Dragon. Pardon? A Synchro summon in Cyber Dragons? Woo? Maybe. I mean, that appears to be the case. That or he's just making Seeger. Which would not be good, because I kind of don't want Seeger, but okay, he's just going for Battle Phase, okay. That's not how that works, my dude. Pacifists smacking into each other does nothing. Okay, so he's going to attack into my Supplier, of all things. Interesting choice. Okay, so let me see the Synchro you got prepared. I know you have one. Or, conversely, you don't. That's not how, it has to be co-linked, my dude. I don't have an upwards arrow. Alright, I'm very disappointed. I thought he was going to go for a synchro play. I was so hype. I was very hype. All the monsters you have are rock in the grave. Yeah, they got non-rocks. So I'm going to summon Koa'ki, meiru, Guardian, and that'll be game right there. So, an interesting matchup against Cyber Dragons. I was actually expecting a level 8 synchro, like, I don't know, Draco Berserker, or I guess Borload would make sense. There's got to be some level 8 synchro that would work in Cyber Dragons. But for now, let's go for one more duel and show off a little bit more. Again, we're showing off, like, basic things. We haven't summoned Crystal Wing yet. We haven't gone for, certain things. Let's go for one more duel, see if we can get that stuff out. Alrighty, our fourth and final opponent of the day. It's been a pretty good day so far. I'd like to show off a little bit more here, and this opening hand is okay. Granted, I have all spells, but we have options. So what we're going to go ahead and do here, summon as Dragite, go for Hermione. We'll summon as Hermione Granger, and do her effect. Alrighty. Let's see, okay, no, yes, and yes. Okay. Let's go for Roxy's. That'll let me get things out of my deck. It's always good to just get things out of the deck, man. So we're going to go for Meow Meow Moo to start. Using Roxy's. I don't need both of these pots. At least I don't think I do. So I'll banish a pot, draw another card. Hey, I get another monster I can normal summon. Pretty nice. See that now I can finally show off the power of this. So we're going to go ahead and do double summon. I get another summon. If you didn't know what the card did, I'm explaining it to you. If you don't know what a card called double summon does, I don't know what to do with you. I really don't. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do... oh wait, no. If I make Gallant Granite, that don't work. That don't work quite as well. Oh, wait, no, what am I doing? What am I talking about? Use Dropsies, use Meow Meow Moo, make Bow Wow Yow, Diggy-O, Diggy-A. Gain some life. Get out another rock. Hey, this is what we do. We make rocks. So now we're going to go ahead and make a Gallant Granite. Hacha. This way I can get out Harry Potter. Harry Potter, come here. With your... I always think this is a shovel. It's like a spear. Harry Potter's got a spear. That's the version of Harry Potter you didn't get to see in theaters. The part where he just pulls out a spear and starts stabbing people. Alright. Did I get any? I get nothing. Yeah, the tuners can't summon the tuners, sadly. But it is kind of important that they can't do that. Alright. I'm going to leave Granger on the board. This way I can at least make Crystal Wing if everything else goes poorly. We'll go ahead for Raptite. Come on, baby. Okay, Doki Doki, not bad. Seeker, also not bad. Doki Doki. We'll go for Doki Doki, because I've got pot and can do things. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves our Crystal Wing. Hacha, he's our big boss, other than Avermax. I can negate a monster. If this guy had Nibiru this whole time, and he's like, oh, I should have hit him with the Meiru, he can't anymore. He just can't. So we'll go for Pot of Avarice. Let's see, I got Tuner, non-Tuner, you, and I want to leave this in the graveyard. I'll get back Raptite, because I can at least use it again. Why not? Come on, any monster. Those aren't monsters. Okay, well, you know what? It's something. It's a wee bit of something, and I will deal with it. Yeah, we'll be good. I think we'll be alright. I've got a monster effect negation, and I've got some stuff set up for later. If things go horribly, horribly wrong, I've got Dark Ruler no more to blanket negate stuff. Here's what it is. I've got a monster effect negate, a monster effect negate, and this guy's playing a 52 card main deck, so... Who knows, man? I've got more cards in my deck. Like, that means something, right? Isn't bigger deck better? Comment in the comments, are you a 40-card decker or a 60-card decker? I'll have to make a post of that. I will do that as soon as this duel is over. I will have to do that. I want to just know. Because me personally, I'm more of a 40 card person. Sometimes I'll go to 42 if I'm feeling spicy about it, but, you know, 60 card decks, they can be very effective. It all matters is what kind of hand you start with. You know, I mean, that's the same with 40 card decks, but they're a little more consistent to a degree. Okay. Thunderbirdo. Ah, he discarded the Thunderbirdo so he can pop my Imperm. Unfortunate. I mean, I could negate that. Should I negate that? Why did he not pop? Snap, crackle, pop? I don't know, maybe he just didn't want to. Maybe he knew that I would negate that. Maybe he just figured I would negate that, and so he chose not to do it. Tricky. My opponent is using his brain. It's never good. If your opponent's using their brain, that means that they're thinking. And if they're thinking, well, that means that they're not going to be tricked too easy. Unless, of course, you trick them into thinking too much. That's when you trick them by thinking too much. I don't think that was English, but there's the trick. Alright. Eater of Millions. An interesting choice. Obviously, I can negate this, so I don't know why he's going for that. Grand Maju. I should have known. My ancient nemesis. Unfortunately, you're going the way of Cyber Dragon Infinity, so you're dead. Good effort. I salute you. But it wasn't good enough. Alright, so he's got the Eater of Millions. He's not even going to use Eater's effect. Unless he's really not. Oh, see, he is thinking. He did have something. He had a plan. It just happened to be that I had an ouch to that plan. Alright. So what do I want to do here? Let's go for Gallant Granite. Yeah. Go for Gallant Granite. Granite also has an effect to summon a dude from your hand and face down. You never use it, but it is a thing. So let's go ahead. Do I go straight and simple for it? I'm not going to overcomplicate this one. This guy's got a face down. This is probably a trap of some variety. I don't trust it. So I'm going to make Barkion again. Unless I get Torrential Tributed, which would not be... I called that shit! I literally just said, oh, I'm fine so long as I don't get Torrential Tributed. And look... Okay. Put my pants back on. My opponent's got a wolf. This ain't no wolf deck, but he has a wolf. Banish monster from the hand, banish monster from the deck at the same time. Okay, so he's just gonna summon wolf. He don't got anything to summon off of that wolf. Alright, well, Torrential Tribute aside, we still have a tuner and a non-tuner, so I'm still okay. I'm still okay. You know what? Torrential Tribute might have dampened my spirits. I had a pretty damn good board, and I was going to make the thing that would have outed that. But it is what it is. Alright, what are we drawing into? I wish. Pachycephalo's nice, but he just doesn't work unless you're going first. Also, you need to, like, have an established board and have Ties to the Brethren, but... yeah, no. Alright, so what do I want to make of the situation? He's mostly monster effects, so Dragon doesn't really do much for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and make Raptite. That to start. We'll use Raptite's effect. Get me another tuner, sure. Obviously, I don't have another Crystal Wing, but better to have a tuner than to not have a tuner. You target a banished monster added to your hand. Does he have any face-up banished monsters? No, he does not. Okay, so that doesn't do him any good. I could make Herald. Herald's not a bad idea. We'll make Herald the Arc Light, so I have a negate. And we'll go for battle phase. Alright, so we'll attack the Aloof Lupine. Do some damage, end our turn. Alright, so now it really depends on what exactly he can do from here. If he top decks Grand Maju, we're essentially dead. Although I do have Dark Ruler no more. Okay, I kind of have to stop that. I don't want to, but I have to. No Mystic Mine for you. Big Core Mark the Third. Okay. That's not necessarily good for me. Does he have anything in the grave I want to banish? Not yet. I do have the banish if I ever need it, but I don't want to do that now. Okay, so now I really do need that tuner. I need my Dragite back out here. Come on, baby. Give me a tuner. Those aren't tuners. Alright, so no tuner for me. Let me think about this. Is Nightmare Unicorn the only thing I have left? I think it is. That is not... It is what it is. Sometimes you just have to go for what you've got. You know? Actually, hold on one second. Before I do anything... no, that's a quickie. Okay, so let's just go... Boom, boom, boom. Nightmare Unicorn. Bounce back to Mark Core. I did not think I would be bouncing Mark Core with Unicorn, but there you go. Sometimes people play ridiculous things. Alright, so now it all depends on what this guy's got left. I still have most of my... We have the same number of cards, he and I. We have both 44 cards left in deck. I have a grave full of things. He has a set card. And that might be another torrential for all I know. So we'll go for the battle phase. Hope that that's not a battle trap of some form. It's like I can read this guy's mind, but I'm like a second too slow with my brain. Mirror Force? What, is storming Mirror Force too good for you or something? Okay. Well, that aside, now we're in the top deck game. Which can go either way. It really depends on what, you know, who draws what, when, how, why. Gold Sark. Going for Necroface, I presume. I can read your mind. Don't tell me you're not going to banish Necroface. Okay? I already know. See? I can read this guy's mind. And then he did it again. Well, luckily, I can survive this. I mean, I've still got cards. How many things did I lose that were good? Okay, I lost 3 tuners, which is never good. But I drew the other tuner. Hell yeah. Alright. What's in the grave? I'll save the Sentry Soldier for now. Let's go for Analyzer. I need a level 4 on the board. And I'll get a level 4 on the board. That's right, little boy. It's time to die. See, this guy had himself a combo, and he had him a wombo. But guess what? I have a mother-flipping dragon. Okay, my dragon big. And, let's see, I could return that to the hand. Does it really matter if I do that, though? Not really. Let's just go for battle phase. Alright. So, a good effort by the Gren Maju player. You know, he had some interesting tech cards, but unfortunately for him, I have too many techs and too many combos of my own. So, there's a win. Let's go for the end screen now. Talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, 60-card Adamancipator Toolbox went 4-0. Did pretty good. We had a nice, good day. You know, sometimes with these 60-card decks, you can have some bricks, but there's just enough, you know, techs and things that we can cycle through our cards pretty quickly. Adamancipator, one of those decks that can really make a 60-card deck work. So, we had ourselves a good time. We got to duel with this deck. We showed off most of what it can do. We summoned most of the things. Heck, Barkion made an appearance. He did more than Beast did. Stinky Beast, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything for a Stinky Beast. Barkion was the MVP here. But there's the deck. I hope everybody enjoyed the deck today. Make sure to like and consider subscribing as well if you haven't. And if you want to help the channel grow, no pressure, of course. But thank you all for showing up anyway. Your boy Memphis signing out. Tomorrow is a special day, mostly because I'm a dum-dum. We're going to be doing a double feature. Not 2 videos, but 2 decks. In one, we're going to look at UAs and FAs tomorrow. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. Your boy Memphis signing out for now. Take care till next time, and I'll see you there.